to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
Akwa Ibom Siyana barasone ki songe mananye Akwa Ibom jip
"13 years ago, precisely in 1999, the Nigerian nation witnessed a political renaissance with the institutionalization of democracy, aptly defined as government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Having endured several years of military dictatorship, the Nigerian people overwhelmingly endorsed the advent of democracy in the country to break away from the shackles of a regime noted largely for its autocratic disposition. The beauty of democracy is that everyone has a voice, can vote, and be voted for. And so, in 2007, Akwa Ibom people voted for a governor who has brought about good governance, socio-economic and political emancipation of the people, as well as infrastructural development across the length and breadth of the state. Chief Akpabio mounted the leadership saddle of Akwa Ibom State on May 29, 2007, with a vision to build a prosperous, highly educated, technology-driven, ethnically harmonious, caring, and pace-setting state in Nigeria.
Let me reaffirm my mission statement to steer the Akwa Ibom ship to its final destination, that our indigents will burst forth from the shackles of tribalism, subservience, pettiness, blackmail, character assassination, inferiority complex, poverty, to a fulfilled, peaceful, virile, and united Akwa Ibom State.
5 years down the line, Governor Akpabio has brought about good governance, which has set apart Akwa Ibom as a model state in the country, which even the global whistleblower WikiLeaks acknowledged as a state to watch in terms of infrastructural development.
I assumed duties as governor of the state in 2007, and in my inaugural speech, I pointed, I said, this is Governor Godswill Akpabio reporting for duty. 5 years after, the result is there for you to judge. If I say anything, people will say, oh, the governor is being boastful. But I give glory to God Almighty for leading us aright. And I also salute my team and all who have contributed in any way possible to making the uncommon transformation possible. When I emerged, I knew that God's will was done in Akwa Ibom State. And the will of God for man is progress. The will of God for man is not violence, is not kidnapping. The will of God for man is infrastructural enhancement. It's nothing but capacity building. It's nothing but fulfillment. The will of God is not hunger. The will of God is for you to be well fed and for you to look good. That's what God's will for you is wellness. And that is what has happened in the state in the last 5 years. So looking back, 5 years in the reign of the current administration, the glory must go to God. And I must salute the good people of Akwa Ibom State for their support, for their prayers. As soon as we assumed duties in 2007, the first thing we did was to tackle poverty. And how did we do that? We started by making a donation of 100 million to the Christian Association of Nigeria for indigent people within the church communities in the state. as a small revolving loan. That was the beginning. And we looked at the small population of Muslims in the state, and we gave them 10 million naira to keep within their fold as a revolving loan for the poorest among the lot in the Muslim community, because they are not so many as the Christians. That was the beginning. And thereafter, we partnered with the church. And today, with their prayers, the result is there for all to see. What can we look at 5 years into the administration? Brand new governor's lodge, completed within 1.5 years, state of the art. Brand new banquet hall, brand new governor's office to be commissioned on the 25th anniversary of Akwa Ibom State, which is September, just a few months from today. Over 268 brand new roads across the entire state. You have at least 34 in Oron, you have at least 49 in Naked, you have over 20 roads in Ikorobasi, you have over 38 roads in Uyo alone, you have over 30 in Ikorobasi, and so many others across the state. Intervention in federal highways across the state with bridges. Dualization of major thoroughfares and approaches to the state. If you are coming in from Nungudo side, in Ibesipgo, you see the best constructed dualized road with street lights over 20-something kilometers. If you are coming in from Itu, you see the completed dualized road with street lights 39 kilometers. If you are approaching from the Ikoregbene area, we are now working on the construction, on the dualization, because it's a federal road, and therefore we needed to get permission from the federal government. So that construction has already commenced. And then, of course, if you are coming in from Abak, we have now decided to join the former 8-kilometer dualized thoroughfare that stopped at the time. We are taking it all the way down to Abak, and it's almost completed. And right now, go and see, even the flyover on that stretch is almost ready for commissioning. So you are approaching the Uyo, and you see 3 concentric flyovers already commissioned. 3 others are under construction. We have opened up the 3rd ring road across the state. We are joining up Akwa Ibom Road that passes through the NTA, all the way through 18 and all the way to Abak. We have done an NC road that moves through about 3 local governments with 3 bridges, Bipuro 1, Bipuro 2, and others. We go into Oron, and we are doing the Tebienwang with the longest bridge in the state, 1.1 kilometers. Across the entire state, things are happening. In terms of road infrastructure, no government can beat us, and nobody can fault it, because you can come and see. You move around the state and you can drive for 40 to 50 kilometers and you don't see a single pothole.
A sectorial survey of the Akwa Ibom administration reveals an administration in a hurry to correct the years of misrule, misapplication of priorities, and lack of vision. Hence, the administration started off by bringing about total transformation on the state infrastructure. Consequently, the administration set about the construction of over 260 new roads, both state and federal, measuring more than 1,000 kilometers, complete with bridges and flyovers at strategic locations to ease traffic congestion often experienced during peak periods. 3 of the flyovers have been completed, commissioned and put to use, while work on a few others is progressing steadily. Other notable achievements of the Akwa Ibom administration are as follows: a brand new Ibom International Airport, Nigeria's first e-library, first in Africa underground drainage project using the pipe jacking technology, brand new Governor's Lodge, state-of-the-art new banquet hall, brand new federal prison and correctional center, 2,000 housing units, 310 number houses as security villages in the 31 local government areas, gas processing plant with 69 kilometers of gas pipeline, improved security with the launch of Operation Thunder and the Quick Response Squad, training and empowerment of over 3,000 youths with $500,000 naira each under the Integrated Farmer Scheme, training and empowerment of over 4,500 women with a sum of 250,000 naira each for commercial agriculture under the Women in Agriculture WADE project. Worthy of note is the fact that the massive infrastructural renaissance is not being concentrated in the state capital alone. Communities which for several years could not be accessed have had their situation reversed, with brand new roads sprawling across their vicinity. These include the 56-kilometer Etemekbo Iwukemika Road, the Enensid Road, the Etebi Enwang Road with the longest bridge measuring 1.12 kilometers, the Ekom Iman Ekomitam Dual Carriage Federal Highway, the Abak Ikodekmene Dual Carriageway, Airport or Oron Road, Aka Nung Udo Dual Carriageway, the Okoita Usei Koramama Road, the Third Ring Road, among others. Currently, all entry routes to the state capital are being dualized. These include Uyo Ikodekmene Aba Federal Highway, Etinan Eket Road, while that linking Uyo with Abak is nearing completion. Older towns like Ikodekmene, Eket, Oron, Etinan, Ikotabasi, Itu, Abak and Uyo have not been left out in the roads construction initiative of government. The Akwa Ibom administration is not unmindful of the need to modernize old infrastructures. Hence, through the Ministry of Housing and Urban Renewal, government is turning hitherto chaotic road junctions and roundabouts into tourism sites, giving them refreshing looks.
But one thing that is very clear from the airport till now is that the government of Akwa Ibom State is focused. One thing again that I will note is that the projects I have seen are not just projects, but of very high quality. The governor is not just playing politics with projects, but is so clearly that is committed to changing things.
It is important that we have a reference point. Akwa Ibom certainly stands as a role model, a source of inspiration to other states. So it would be nice if the Mr. President can advise other governors to visit Akwa Ibom on a 2-day retreat, during which the governor himself will have time to take them around and see what is happening here. I think it will serve as a great source of inspiration to them.
I'm 75 years old now, so I can say I have lived to see so many governments, and especially the creation of Akwa Ibom State. I don't think we've ever seen any governor that has been able to perform like this particular governor. The transformation that is happening in this state, we have never witnessed in our life.
The foundation has been laid in this last 5 years. So as we move forward, there's no way I think we can have a reversal in the fortunes of the state. So this have been very important years in the life of Akwa Ibom State.
What my eyes have seen in the state, I remember how we used to come in the narrow road in 1985 when I relocated. My state, Cross River and Akwa Ibom were still one. So it was a question of Joseph Ushe being in the mainland part of the state I wasn't yet in another person's state as it seems to be today. So the narrow road that used to lead us here is no longer the same.
Governor Akwa has done well, has tried his best during the past 5 years, especially in the area of infrastructural development. Now, one unique thing about this infrastructural development is the quality of job done, which you cannot but give that to him.
I've seen some changes from what Akwa Ibom State used to be to what it is now, and I think the governor has done a tremendous job. He has transformed the state. We've seen the airports, wonderful roads, overhead bridges and all that. I think he has done a good job. He has given other people a very good impression of himself and in the state.
What I've seen of Akwa Ibom, ranging from Uyu to Abak to Ikolemene to Itinan to Eket, is synonymous with what you find with an island of Australia. So I call him a wonder man that within 5 years he could so sporadically change Akwa Ibom and giving us a new sense of belonging, a sense of direction and a sense of belonging.
To curb rural-urban drift and in a bid to give the people a sense of belonging, the Akwa Ibom administration has within the last 5 years embarked on the construction, renovation and resuscitation of dilapidated infrastructures in the 31 local government areas of the state through its interministerial direct labor agency. These include school blocks, water plants, health centers and electrification projects among others. Aware of the importance of electricity to the planned industrialization of the state, and in a bid to give verve to small business holdings, the government embarked on the electrification of over 1,800 villages, linking all of them to the national grid. This is facilitated with the completion of the Ibom Power Plant, which currently contributes 191 megawatts of electricity to the national grid.
It is with great sense of personal joy that I come here today to formally switch on the Ibom Power Plant. It is in this light that we must commend the vision and courage with which the Akwa Ibom State government has embarked upon and successfully executed this independent power plant project, that is phase 1. This must be an inspiring challenge to other state governments. What Akwa Ibom State has achieved today can be replicated in a number of states across the country. It is now my singular privilege to proceed across there to formally switch on the Ibom Power Plant to the glory of God and the enduring benefits of the people of Akwa Ibom State and indeed Nigerians. I thank you all.
The health sector also received attention from the government. Since 2007, the Akwa Ibom administration declared health care services free for pregnant women and children under age 5, as well as the elderly. In similar fashion, government health institutions which were hitherto in deplorable state have been rehabilitated and equipped with modern facilities, while 5 brand new hospitals have been built, completed and commissioned for use within the period under review. These will be boosted by a specialist hospital being constructed in memory of the state's 20th anniversary. Doctors in government-owned hospitals now drive brand new cars in addition to improved welfare and salary packages as motivation for improved performance.
Government of Akwa Ibom State of Nigeria Coaches Hospital Benue, commissioned by me today, 16 July 2010.
You see brand new hospitals, even in areas that nobody thought the terrain could allow hospitals to be built, such as Ibna, such as Isnobolo. So you go around and you'll see those things. And then you have free medical treatment for children. So we have arrested the incidence of polio. In 4 years, no single child has been crippled as a result of poliomyelitis. And for me, that is an achievement because I know the number of wheelchairs we gave out in Oron when we were campaigning in 2007. And so today, you can see that even our pregnant women, we have reduced infant mortality because of the fact that we give free medical treatment to our children up to the age of 5 years. We have reduced maternal mortality because all our pregnant women are delivering free in all the hospitals. And we are providing free drugs. The healthcare delivery system has improved. The primary healthcare care centers have been refurbished and rehabilitated, and some new ones are being built. And we are building a specialist hospital in Uyo, which will soon be commissioned for use by all Akwa Ibom and Nigerians.
As widely acknowledged, the greatest milestone recorded by the Akwa Ibom administration is in the education sector. The free and compulsory education policy declared by the Akwa Ibom administration has received a lot of commendations from individuals, groups, and organizations within and outside the country. The policy, which is backed by the child rights law, makes it a punishable offense for any parent or guardian who deprives a child of school age the right to education.
Every Akwa Ibom child will be completely protected by this law. This is a commitment that we will protect with all our might, using all legal instruments.
I must also commend our host for the radical transformation that he has embarked upon in this state. The e-learning center that we saw is an indication of the purposeful utilization of the resources of the state. He set out and announced that he was undertaking free education in this state. I called him on the telephone and I said that you have made perhaps the most momentous decision of your political career. The investment in education is not immediately rewarding, and it is a real privilege for those who decide to make it to live to see the results. But I pray that you will see the results of the investments that you have made.
For him to have dreamt and actualized that education is a key to development shows that he was a real apostle sent by God. So education, free education, offered to children from primary to secondary, even if he was not going to extend to the university. I mean, he has given them the key to navigate the world, the key to synergize, the key to understand, the business, environment that is happening in America today, that is happening in China, that is happening in Asia. So he has given the tools for Akwa Ibom child, the child and children, to get to where we never thought of.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy is a well-known maxim. Hence, after all the hustle and bustle, it is expected that people should rest. To this end, the administration is constructing a world-class business and entertainment resort, the Ibom Tropicana Entertainment Center. The center also boasts of wet and dry theme parks for children, a world-class conference center, among other things. The administration is adjudged to be this successful and is enjoying so much goodwill because everyone, including civil servants, is given the necessary environment to work. Currently, the state civil servants are paid the highest salaries in the entire South-South geopolitical zone, with the least worker taking home 21,000 naira. In all these, Governor Akwa Ibom has been variously honored by groups and organizations within and outside Nigeria. Within the last 5 years, the governor has been honored as Man of the Year by no fewer than 20 corporate organizations and received countless honorary doctorate degrees from reputable universities and other academic institutions across the country, in addition to awards and commendations. These achievements are no doubt complemented by activities of Her Excellency, the wife of the Governor, Mrs. Ekaite Unoma Akwa, who has extended the benevolence of the state's first family to widows, the less privileged, and abandoned children.
We take care of the children, especially the stigmatized children. There was a time we had a case of children branded as witches. We had to go in and intervene. We look out for those people that people don't ordinarily have time for.
As we set sail the 6th year, all that is required is for the people to remain ever united and give the administration the needed support to take us to that expected end and truly make Akwa Ibom the destination we earnestly desire. Let the uncommon transformation songs continue.
Count your blessings and then one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, and then one by one. And it will surprise you what the Lord has done.
One of my sons in whom I am well pleased